Do you have any idea in particular to encourage, say, university students that they can work together to promote, say, animal rights and nature conservation?
Well, I always like to start from, my own experience. When I went to Gombe, I had no degree of any sort. Then Louis Leakey told me I had to get a PhD. And I went to Cambridge in 1962. And at that time, it was truly believed by science that there was a sharp line, and on one side of it were human beings, and on the other side, all the other animals. And I was told very firmly that I couldn't talk about chimpanzee personality, mind, or emotion because those were unique to us. And that was the standard accepted view of science and many religions at that time, and therefore many ordinary people because they were following. And fortunately, chimpanzees biologically were proved to be so like us, with the DNA differing by only just over 1% in composition, and with the similarities in immune system and anatomy of the brain, composition of the blood, blah, 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 which is why chimps were used in medical research as possible, wonderful way of learning about disease which other animals couldn't be infected with and chimpanzees could. And so the scientists were very happy to use their bodies because of the biological similarities, but absolutely not prepared to admit the equally striking behavioral and psychological similarities. But it was because of the biological similarities that thank God I got the chimps and we were able to push that line, make it more blurry. And since then it's got more blurry. And I think, to answer your question, to get students more involved, some of the amazing new things that are being discovered, like birds can use and make tools, octopus are amazingly intelligent, bumblebees can be taught all these things. So I think it's a very exciting time for students, and you can't really look at elephants and see their social bonds, and look at dolphins and see their social bonds, and not students will have to realize that we're part of the animal kingdom. So I think to get to the students, to start with stories, lots of stories.
Right.
That's what I use anyway.
Thank you for your suggestion. Thanks a lot.